Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the programme. Tonight, it's the second round of the playoffs. 8 teams vying for a chance to play in next week's 2 conference championship games. 2 of this weekend's 4 matches were played yesterday, and we'll have highlights of those in just a couple of minutes, after which you'll see our main game of the day. It's a battle of the bruisers. 2 blue-collar, in-your-face type teams. The Bears versus the Giants. It should be a great one. Then on our late-night special tonight at 12:10, we'll have highlights from the Raiders-Bengals game. So an action-packed day of football ahead. But first, we have a special treat for all you old-time football fans that have been with us since day one. A trip down memory lane in a diesel.
There's the snap, and to Riggins. Good hold. He's got the first down to the 40. He's gone. The 35, the 30, the 20. He's gone. He's gone. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
A 43-yard touchdown run from scrimmage is the longest in Super Bowl history.
John Riggins, welcome to the programme.
Thanks, Mick.
Does that bring back some fun memories?
Still gives me goosebumps every time I see it.
It looked like fun.
By the way, old time, easy, big guy.
Only a couple of years difference, huh? Well, wait a minute. You started in 71?
No, actually,
I started
you're right.
in 81.
Old time is
Look
correct.
at that's old time.
You're right.
Now, as we look at this, in Great Britain, you were one of the first stars that our fans saw, and I know there's a lot of them back home that are saying, what is John Riggins doing today?
I do a radio show in the mornings during the regular season, football season on the Redskins, and that's really about it. I'm a man of leisure other than that.
Are you enjoying it?
Very much so, yeah. Maybe I'll get a little bit more busy, but for now, it seems to be the thing to be doing.
All right. Well, we'll be talking with John a little later on, but now let's go to the first of yesterday's games, when the Dolphins had the unenviable task of playing the Bills in Buffalo. And it was windy, sleety conditions that greeted both teams for this AFC divisional playoff game at Rich Stadium. Bills fans were cheered by the return of Jim Kelly to the starting quarterback position, and despite his 4-week layoff, he was quickly back in the groove.
The Bills have frequently been able to get off to the quick start. Andre Reed.
The Dolphins also scored on their first drive, a 49-yard field goal from Pete Stoyanovich. But it didn't take Kelly long to reply for the Bills.
In the hurry-up, Kelly getting the time, and now going deep. James Lofton on the reception.
That completion helped set up Scott Norwood with a 24-yard field goal, which he made to extend the Bills' lead to 7. The Dolphins' next drive was terminated early.
Number 34. Marino trying to avoid Seals, and it's picked off on a deflection. Nate Odom.
That interception led to 3 more points for Buffalo, this time from 23 yards. As play entered into the second quarter, the Bills looked to extend their lead.
First down at the 48, Buffalo again out of the hurry-up, and Kelly completes to Andre Reed.
Andre Reed just runs right by Lewis Oliver. I don't know if Lewis Oliver thinks he's going to get some help or not. I think he was depending on some help on the inside by Jarvis Williams, number 26, but he did not get it. And Andre Reed just split the seam. 43-yard pass play. The Bills have it at the 6.
Andre shaken up in the first quarter. Apparently all right. Here's Thurman Thomas for the touchdown.
Down by 17 early in the second period, the hopes of Don Shula and the Dolphins were deteriorating like the weather. They needed a spark and got one from an old partnership.
Play action. Marino with the time and completes to Duper, who gets away. Touchdown, Miami.
With the offense clicking into gear, the Dolphins now needed their defense to step in and stop Jim Kelly.
Bills from their 33. Kelly getting the time and connects with Lofton. It is a first down at midfield. Jarvis Williams up from the strong safety position to make the stop. And Kelly has the first down. Stopped by Williams and Oliver. And Kelly. Oh, nice catch by Lofton.
Buffalo up by 17 looked to be in complete control, but a special teams error let the Dolphins back into the game late in the first half.
Good kick. Kobe had a 64-yard punt last week. Edwards coughed it up. And Miami has recovered. Mark Duper once again hooking up with Dan Marino.
Marino's got it all by himself.
Dan Marino with a gorgeous fake to run it in.
Miami cut the Bills' lead to 7 early in the third quarter with a 22-yard field goal from Pete Stoyanovich. Both teams then traded turnovers.
Second down and 8. And Kelly lofting it, put it up for grabs, and it's intercepted by Jarvis Williams. The pass intended for the tight end, Keith McKellar. And Marino throwing deep. It is intercepted by Mark Kelso.
The Bills turned that interception into 3 with a 28-yard field goal that extended their lead back to 10. But as the fourth quarter started, Miami was threatening once again.
Tony Page with the block. And then went out for the pass. Not able to hang on. Leonard Smith on the cover. It's second and goal after 2. You are well aware of the fourth quarter exploits of Dan Marino. Certainly the Kansas City Chiefs are. As we look back to a week ago, it's Smith with a surge, and he stopped. Leon Seals made the stop.
I would not be surprised to see some kind of a play action and throw to Foster. Again, I saw him yesterday do this in the bubble. Number 61, the tight end.
Our third and goal at the 2. Here is the play action. Here's the pass. Touchdown!
Oh, I knew I had it. I knew I had it.
Get out of here, McGuire.
The Dolphins, who had played catch-up all afternoon, were within 3, but their defense needed to stop the Bills' offense, something they hadn't been able to do all game.
First down from the 36 in the snow and rain in Buffalo. And Kelly for Lofton. And McKellar on the pickup of the first down. The snow has been falling right throughout. Here's Thomas. Thurman Thomas running it in from 6 yards away. And the Bills now lead the Dolphins 37-27. Mark Logan, Stephon Adams are the deep men. Taken by Logan. And he fumbled. And it's Norwood on the recovery. So the kicker, Scott Norwood, able to cover up.
This could be the backbreaker.
It's a first down at the 29. Thurman Thomas right back to the action. And he is brought out of bounds by David Griggs. Second down and 7. Kelly completes for the touchdown.
That touchdown was the final straw for the gallant Dolphins. Dan Marino did throw a late touchdown pass, but his heroics weren't enough to stop the Bills, who now go on to host the AFC Championship game next week. So a great game by both quarterbacks, but Dan's defense let him down, while the Bills' offense and defense played exceptionally well. John, Dan had 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Duper, over 100 yards, and Smith, the running back, 99 yards. Normally that would add up to a Miami win. Instead, the Bills win it. Buffalo's not a bad team, are they?
No, I think the Bills are a team to contend with. In fact, right now, I predict that they'll be in the Super Bowl. Everybody's got to go through Buffalo to get to the Super Bowl, the game next week, and I like that team.
Good defense and offense, isn't it?
They're very balanced. Kelly, he came back. I think he was playing possum a little bit at the end of the season. At least that's what they tried to indicate to us through watching television yesterday. And he's doing a great job. He's got great receivers. He's got a good running back. And then their defense, of course, led by Bruce Smith, who in his own mind is the best player in football, probably the all-time best football player in football. But they've got a great defense, too. They got some good linebackers, good defensive backfield, and they also got good special teams. So I definitely think Buffalo's kind of the favorite. And plus, I think the city feels like this is their turn.
All right. Well, I think Buffalo is the team to beat in the AFC. Now it's time for a break. When we come back, we'll have action from the second game that was played yesterday. Welcome back. Now it's time for the 49ers versus the Redskins. While John was with Washington, he ran for over 100 yards 6 times in the playoffs, which is an NFL record. And yesterday, the Redskins were hoping for a Riggins-type day from either of their backs. Head coach Joe Gibbs led his team into a misty Candlestick Park for this NFC divisional playoff match. And they started as though they meant business when quarterback Mark Rippon completed an 8-play, 75-yard opening drive with this 31-yard pass to Art Monk to lead 7-0. San Francisco bounced straight back when Tom Rathman capped a 74-yard drive with this 1-yard run to level the scores. Late in the first quarter, Chip Lohmiller had this 44-yard attempt to put the Redskins in front once more. We now join the action at the top of the second quarter.
Second down and 9 at the 21 for San Francisco. Montana. Pass is caught by Tillman out of the backfield. Or Craig, that is, and Roger Craig has a first down, a gain of 14 yards. One of the dangers will be Craig as a receiver today. First down for San Francisco on their 35. Gets the call. Harry Sidney with a good game. He'll have another first down. Monty Coleman brings him down in a gain of 12 yards for a guy normally used as a pass receiver on third down situations.
Well, I think everyone expecting perhaps to see the pass here. They were crossed up as they came right back. They moved the tight end way out on that play. Brent Jones all the way to the sideline, forcing Alvin Walton as a safety to go all the way out and cover him. Of course, what they're trying to do is take that great run support from the middle of the Redskin defense, move them outside.
First and 10, Roger Craig back in the lineup. Craig up the middle. Picks up about 3. That'll bring up a third down for second down for the 49ers. Are you surprised that they are running as much as they are in this first half?
I think they're always going to mix what they do, but their emphasis is going to be on the pass game. It's just a matter of when it's going to come. They'll pop it. The one thing you have to do when you look down and you realize that there's a real chess match going on here. Richie Pettibone knows that he can't really match up all the way across against those great receivers, but he'll mix and match all day long to contain them.
Second down and 6. Montana under some pressure. Pass deflected, intended for Rathman. And Andre Collins downfield, and for the second time today, the Redskins got to Montana and put some pressure on him.
Marcus Cook, number 74, coming from the top of your screen, working on Bubba Paris, a good spin inside. And that's one thing you have to do. You get there, you bother Montana, you push him, you shove him, you let him know that you were there even if you were late.
Third down and 7, 4 wide receivers, including Mike Sherrard and Mike Wilson. Montana chased by Charles Mann, but the pass is caught by John Taylor on a crossing pattern and a gain of 17 yards, and another Redskin is shaken up.
Let's go down and look at that pattern. John Taylor just down and across with plenty of time for Montana on this play Taylor just gets it and works all the way across the middle here. Mayhew covered him until he got the break, and there's no one in the middle to help him as he comes in underneath the deep help of the safeties. Safeties trying to jump him, but he just got into a little bit of an area there where there was plenty of room, and Montana, such an accurate passer, put it right in his hands.
First down on the 34 of the Redskins. Rathman and Sidney. Split back. Harry Sidney on a halfback option pass. Going for the tight end, Brent Jones. And the pass is caught. It's ruled a reception and a first down inside the 10. Alvin Walton on the stop. So a gimmick by Holmgren.
A pass that shouldn't have been thrown and a catch that you will not believe. Walton has plenty of time. You can fair catch this ball, but watch it. Drops right into the secure hands of Brent Jones right there. That is a remarkable catch.
And they're going to review this one. It is first and goal, and the question is, did he have both feet in bounds?
This angle may give you a better peek at it. Yes, the foot is on the line. Now, question number 2, was he pushed?
Well, I think Walton was going for the ball.
Well, it's not a question of whether he was interfered with, but would he have come down if you didn't push him? I don't think it's a catch.
Play is ruled as a force out. It's first down.
He was forced out. Joe Gibbs doesn't like that call. It'll be a first and goal for the 49ers on the 6-yard line.
The rule is very specific. If he had not been bumped, the referee is saying he would have come down fully in bounds, both feet. Ooh.
Harry Sidney gets thrown for a loss of about 5 or 4 yards. Greg Minuski, who is a firebrand, one of the more vocal defenders on the Redskins defense, and a loss of 4 yards.
Number 91 right here in the middle of your screen. Watch him as he just drives up inside. No one even touches him. A blown assignment by the San Francisco 49er offensive line, and Minuski does a great job. Nice loss on the play.
Montana looking to throw, and the pass was intended for Rathman. And it was Alvin Walton who got to him. Good pressure that time on Joe Montana, and that will bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, and how is our friend Jerry Rice doing in that matchup with Darrell Green? Green is all over him in this situation. That looks like basketball coverage, doesn't it?
Tight man-to-man. 3rd down and goal from the 10. Montana fires. Jerry Rice, touchdown. A lot of traffic. He caught that at the very back of the end zone.
Jerry Rice again, the tight coverage. The problem here, and it looks like there's a turnover there. They've got a double on him inside. Darrell Green turning him over to Todd Bowles, but Bowles simply didn't stay with him. Watch Montana. Hey, I don't think there are many quarterbacks that even try that throw.
Started a run and then threw it. Michael Kofer adds the conversion. And for the first time today, the 49ers are in front.
With a 4-point lead, the Redskins were forced to punt on their next possession, so we join the top of the next San Francisco drive.
Niners with a first down on their 10. Craig went in motion. Montana trying to buy time and going deep for Roger Craig. Craig makes the fine catch for 33 yards to match his jersey number. Alvin Walton.
You saw an earlier play with John Taylor very similar to this, where he broke away as Montana scrambles. This is such a well-disciplined team, and that's Montana at his best. What a great touch on that pass down the sideline. Excellent catch, feet down inbounds. Roger Craig doing a great job of catching the ball here today.
2 catches for 46 yards, and Dexter Carter and Harry Sidney now make up the 49ers backfield on the 35-yard line. And it's Sidney who earlier threw a pass that was caught by Brent Jones, picks up 3 yards. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Jim Hannafin with the offensive line of the Redskins. Good numbers for Montana thus far. 10 out of 13. Now faces 2nd down and 7 on the Niners 46. Carter goes in motion, and Montana going for the tight end, Brent Jones, who makes the catch. Andre Collins let the ball go through him, and Alvin Walton made the save, 48 yards, but a blown play by the rookie from Penn State.
Collins has great position. He's there to cover this play, but he makes the turn at the wrong second here. Watch his head. He turns around just a fraction late, could not find the ball. Brent Jones knew exactly where it was. Walton there to save the TD, but they're down at the 7-yard line.
And the 49ers are threatening to open this game up here early. 1st and goal at the 7. Craig and Rathman, and it's Tom Rathman with the carry. And Kurt Govea nails him at the 9-yard line.
That's the counter Trey again, a play that the Redskins run against and run every day of their practicing lives.
2nd and goal on the 8. Montana's pass is caught, and this will be an easy one for Mike Sherrard. He broke his right leg earlier in the year, has broken it several times, reactivated last night, catches the touchdown pass, and the Niners lead it 20-10.
9 weeks ago, they operated on Sherrard's ankle, put a 3.5-inch plate in, 6 metal screws, but what does he do? He breaks away from Kurt Govea, number 54, is all alone, and you just don't miss if you're Joe Montana.
And Michael Kofer makes it 21-10. And that is the end of the first half.
Welcome back. So the Redskins down by 11 at the half. On their first drive of the 3rd quarter, they had this scoring opportunity.
It'll be 3rd and goal at the 7. Rippon's toss is intercepted by Johnny Jackson of the 49ers, and they take over.
But the 49ers couldn't turn possession into points. And we rejoin the game at the top of the 4th quarter. Washington has a 1st and 10 at midfield.
Play action. And Rippon's pass is caught by Art Monk. He has been a giant out there for the Redskins today. A 14-yard pickup with Darryl Pollard on the stop. How important is this drive?
Terribly important. I think they've got to get points on the board, and I think they've got to get a touchdown on the board. You look up, you realize you're running out of time. The 49ers haven't gotten any colder in this 2nd half. They just haven't had the football as much. And the Skins have got to be careful that they don't get too greedy here. They need the points, but they've got to be careful that they don't make a mistake.
Big game for Art Monk. 6 catches, 124 yards, and a 1st down on the 36. Gerald Wiggs goes nowhere. And one of the better rushing defenses in the NFL stops him cold. Keith DeLong and Jim Burt. In fact, Fagan, Burt, and Kugler right now are the 3 men up front for the 49ers.
Jim Burt had his shoulder scope just a few weeks ago. Happy to be back in and get a chance to play on that down. He's been splitting some time out there with Michael Carter.
2nd down and 12.
They'll come after him here.
Rippon, soft touch, trying to lead Monk, who's claiming he was held. Dave Weimer was defending downfield, but got no response from the officials.
Again, the Redskins try to go with the quick count instead of going with all their shifting and all of their motion. Right here, looking downfield. Let's see if he was held. Waymer certainly did. Had a hold of his jersey on the back, and that's what Monk was talking about right there as he points back, but no flag.
3rd and 12. This is a big play for the Redskins. Rippin's pass is caught, and that'll be good enough. Let's see, it may not be. Gary Clark gave some ground, and depending on the spot, the Redskins may not have the first down. And now they say they have it.
Yeah, I think he got it, but boy, what a great play by Rippin. Again, play action, holding just long enough for him to get it downfield. Hard to believe that you're going to buy play action at this point in the ball game. Rippin with a rifle shot here. Look how strong that arm is. And Gary Clark making a great catch.
First down pass is caught by Art Monk, having one of his better games of the season and a pickup nearly of 9 yards. Millen and DeLong on the stop. Art Monk's biggest day this year came against the Lions when he caught 13 passes for 168 yards in that shootout that went into overtime.
Excellent job on this drive by that offensive line, giving Rippin time to throw the football.
Second and 2, Gerald Riggs. He's got the first down to the 15. Jim Burt on the stop. So the Redskins, who have been successful down the stretch with Biner doing the bulk of the offensive threat, now on the sidelines with a shoulder injury, and now Gerald Riggs having to be the chief ball carrier.
Joe Gibbs knows how important this drive is. 49ers have been able to control the football with their passing game. They need a touchdown here.
First down on the 15. Biner's pass is intercepted. Rippin's pass intercepted by Darryl Pollard. And I didn't see a Redskin receiver anywhere near him.
Gary Clark was, I think, the intended receiver, and either he was knocked out of that play or Rippin just did not get the read. Let's look at it on the top of your screen. That's Clark going to the outside, and he was held on that play. Grabbed at the line of scrimmage. The receiver driving to the outside, Ricky Sanders. That's the play you did not want to see Rippin make if you're a Redskin fan.
So still no points for Washington, but their defense was playing well enough to hold the 49ers. We rejoin the game at the 2-minute warning. The Redskins have the ball, but only one timeout left. It's 3rd and 5 at San Francisco's 42-yard line.
It was 10-7 Washington after the first quarter, and ever since then it's been all 49ers. Rippin has his pass batted down by Dennis Brown. And that will bring up 4th down. Redskins will go for it. They've had 3 solid opportunities to score in the second half, but 2 interceptions by the 49ers in the end zone, and then an incomplete pass in the end zone on 4th down.
And perhaps their last gasp of this season.
Rippin on 4th down, completes the pass to Gary Clark, and that will be a first down to keep the hopes going for the Redskins. They have 1 timeout left. Johnny Jackson made that tackle. Rippin has Gary Clark on a crossing pattern. He lost some yardage. Gave ground, and Don Griffin puts him down.
Trying to get out of bounds. That stop at clock and could not do it. Clock continues to run.
He had too much real estate to go to get to the out-of-bounds areas. 2nd down and 10. Rippin and Brian Mitchell can't hold on to that pass. That'll bring up 3rd down.
49ers again dropping everyone deep, and they're saying you can throw those short passes. We're not going to give you the chance to get deep and get the quick score and then try the onside kick.
49ers defense, the key to their season. They won half their games by 4 points or less. Third down and 10.
Michael Carter, watch this.
He's going to make it. The biggest thrill for the crowd today was Michael Carter's 61-yard interception return.
Charles Haley, left or right side of your screen, is the man who's going to get his hands on this football. 94 right there. Look at him streaking in, hits the arm as it goes up. And now a lineman's dream as Michael Carter, all 315 pounds of him, heads downfield. Can you believe it? Michael Carter can. This is dream time, folks. All the way to the end zone.
And the 49ers will dance into the NFC Championship game.
And that will be their third consecutive championship game, which is an incredible feat. The final score, 28-10 San Francisco, and they'll play the winner of our main game today between the Giants and the Bears. John, the Redskins seem to have their chances, but they threw it away.
Was that a pun there? Yeah, they definitely did. The 2 interceptions in the end zone, I think, was a turning point for the Redskins. They needed to get points on the board, and they didn't do it.
Can the 49ers go all the way, three-peat?
Oh, they definitely can. In fact, right now, they're obviously the team to beat, I think, in the NFL for the championship. I think they're in the driver's seat. They're going to have something catastrophic happen to them, I think, for them not to win the Super Bowl.
Before they can three-peat, they're going to have to beat one of the teams in our main game today, the Giants or the Bears. What do you think of those two teams?
Well, going into today's game, the fact that both of their starting quarterbacks during the regular season, Phil Simms and Jeff Harbaugh, is out of the game, they're going with their backup quarterbacks, and I think that shifts the game somewhat, although it would have been a defensive battle no matter what. But we're really going to see a lot of great defense today. I think it's going to be tough for either quarterback to get a whole lot of anything going against the other defense.
The game that you used to love, I don't know if you loved it, but the game that you always put in was that you were going to get the tough yardage. Do you think that's going to be the sort of game we see today, running backs being all important?
Well, exactly. This is the kind of game I would have loved to play it in. Both these teams they're for the last, 15, 20 years have been renowned for their great defenses, and that's exactly what's going to happen out on the field today. It's actually going to be the team that makes the fewest mistakes, I think, will win the game.
You looking forward to it?
Very much so.
All right. Well, before we go to the game, let's go to Gary, who's at what looks like a very cold Giants stadium. Gary?
Mick, it's another cold one here in New Jersey, but that's no surprise. And since these are both cold weather teams who'd rather run than pass the ball, it shouldn't have too much of a bearing on the outcome of the game. What might be a factor, and I don't want to overstress this, is the surface you see behind me. The Bears don't like artificial turf, and they don't do particularly well on it. Mike Ditka admitted as much earlier this week, citing the damage it does to some of his team's more elderly knee joints. And that brings me on to another possible edge for the Giants going into this game, which is rest. This time last Sunday, they were settling down in front of the television while Chicago was grinding out a win against New Orleans. And although the Bears say they have no significant injury worries arising out of that game, for the likes of Dan Hampton, who's playing more on emotion than cartilage these days, it's bound to have taken some toll. The Giants, meanwhile, spent part of their week off practicing getting their snap count right. Now, you might think it's a bit late in the season to be doing that, but apparently the cadences and rhythms of Jeff Hostetler's voice are significantly different from those of Phil Simms, with the result that in the last game of the regular season against New England, the offensive line was either jumping offside or moving too late. So Hostetler, along with the Giants' offensive line coach Fred Hoagland, have been working on that this week, and it's something they hope they've eradicated. Now, the more observant among you will have noticed that I've managed to speak for over a minute about this game without mentioning Lawrence Taylor. Well, the fact is that LT, by his own standards, hasn't had a great season. But if he needs any special incentive to produce one great game, then this might be it. A front-page story on the cover of a New York weekly which accuses Taylor of losing heart this season and basically writes him off as a spent force. Well, LT may not be as quick or as dominant as he used to be, but he's still capable of winning a game with one big play. And in what's likely to be a defensive struggle, how much force LT's got left and how he spends it today could still be important in deciding who gets to play the 49ers next week.
That's right, Gary. The thing about great players is that they come to play for the big one, and I fully expect LT to do that today. John, quickly, your prediction today. Who's going to play the 49ers?
I've seen both teams play this fall. I think that the Giants have a better team. They're playing at home. I got to go with the Giants.
Well, I hate to do it, but I also have to go against my old mates at the Bears and also go with New York. Now let's go to Giants Stadium. Our match commentators are John Madden and Pat Summerall. Enjoy the game. We join the match on Chicago's second drive of the first quarter. They have a 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Tomczak looks at a giant four-man front on defense. Outside, picked off by Mark Collins. Intended for Dennis Gentry, bounced out of his hands, and Collins got the rebound.
The Bears had great field position here. Dennis Gentry is a big play guy for him. This time Gentry gives up the big play. Goes into his hands, hits his shoulder pads, bounces up in the air, and Mark Collins is right there.
Dragged down by Gentry. Hampton in the game is the running back now instead of Anderson. Now he goes in motion. Hostetler sprints right. Screens left to Bavaro. Bavaro out of bounds inside the Bear 30. Knocked out by Vesti Jackson after a gain of 5.
This is an interesting thing here, Pat. Bavaro's here. He's going to sneak across there. But Hostetler sells it by sprinting this way and then throwing back across the grain. See, now Hostetler will come out here on what we call a sprint out right, and you see Bavaro drop down. He goes back across the grain to the left. When he fell down, the Bear defense lost him.
2nd and 5. Rodney Hampton, their #1 draft choice, was the deep back. And it is he who gets the carry for very little, maybe a yard, maybe none.
Yeah, it was interesting. Bill Parcells was saying the other day that he has 2 running backs, O.J. Anderson, who won't lose the game for you, and Rodney Hampton, who can win it. So who do you play? So what he wants to do is play both. Play Hampton when you're in the middle of the field, where you have a position to come up with a big play, and when you're in short yardage, goal line, inside the 20, those things, play O.J. Anderson. Then on 3rd down, of course, play this guy, Dave Meggett.
Ever dangerous coming out of the backfield. Hostetler from the shotgun. Snap from Oates is good. Bears in a blitz, and Hostetler had to unload.
That's the thing that they do against Meggett now. When they get him in there, the way to keep him in is to blitz his side. Watch Meggett. He's over here on the right, number 30. They blitz. Ron Rivera comes on a blitz, makes him block. Then they blitz from the other side. So Meggett, 1, he's a little guy who you make block, but 2, you keep him in the backfield. You don't let him get out on a release.
Barr will try from 46 yards away to put the Giants ahead. Long for him, but this one's plenty far enough. And good. And the Giants break on top. They lead 3-0 in the first quarter.
So off the post, and New York are first on the board. We rejoin play on the Giants' next drive. They have a 1st down and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Hostetler's throw is wild high, intended for Bavaro.
Yeah, that's why you have to throw on 1st down, Pat. It's just like you said, that that what they do is they're playing the run so strong, they put 8 men up here. You see right in here in the box, they put 8 men. Now, that's ganging up in the run. See, they only have 3 guys playing the pass. Now, if they do that to you, they're really forcing you. They're daring you to run, and they're just forcing you to throw the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 39. Giants leading 3-0. Megan is on the left side behind Hostetler, and he fires complete to Baker. Baker out of bounds at the Bear 36. Vesti Jackson wrestled with him, but a gain of 25, a Giant first down.
Hey, Vesti Jackson looked like he was looking in the backfield or something. Good pass protection here, gives Hostetler time. Baker runs it out. Jackson is about 8 yards away from him. I mean, Jackson was really playing inside of him. And if he does that, Baker's going to run outs on him all day. Then at the end, it looks like Vesti even gets a little face mask in there.
And gets away with it. 1st and 10 Giants at the Bear 36. 3:45 left to play in the first quarter. Hostetler chased by William Perry for a moment. Gets it to that's Anderson. Inside the 30. Sean Gale made the stop after a pickup of 7.
Yeah, that's the thing that the Bears were worried about yesterday, Pat, and talking to all the Bear defensive linemen, that Hostetler does move. He not only moves on rollouts and bootlegs, but he also scrambles here. Watch this. This is a play fake. He fakes in here. Now when the pass protection breaks down, he moves a little more. O.J. Anderson will see he just moves with him. He's just mirroring Hostetler. And then, boom, he's able to hit him for about a 6-7 yard gain.
2nd and 4. Ingram, the man on the move this time. And off to Carthon. Hit once behind the line. And then nudges this way. Stopped by Armstrong and Perry. Veteran Dan Hampton playing perhaps his last game.
He doesn't want to hear that. He wants to play one today. He wants to play one next week. Then he wants to play one the following week.
Taking a lot of deep breaths. This is Anderson. Bounces away momentarily. It's close to a first down. Maybe, maybe not.
Bill Parcells goes for more first downs on 4th downs than any coach I know.
Especially here. 4th and about a foot and a half. They're at the 26. Roscoe is the man in motion, and Hostetler comes out of there. Gets the pass to Bob Roscoe. First down, Giants. Picked up 6. Sean Gale knocked him out of bounds.
You know, that's a gutsy call by Bill Parcells, because you don't get another one. That's 4th down. You know, and I think you wonder, do you have confidence in Hostetler? I think Bill Parcells right here showed that he had confidence in Jeff Hostetler. I think he had confidence in Roscoe, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you call a play where your backup quarterback who's starting has to throw it to your 3rd tight end. That takes a whole bunch of guts.
That's the drive so far. Every pass they've thrown, except that one's been on first down. This one is another one. For Baker, touchdown. This was one heck of a throw by Hostetler.
If they're going to get a big play in the passing game, it's going to be to Stephen Baker. Of course, we know his nickname is Touchdown Maker, but he is a guy who can really get open. It was a heck of a throw by Hostetler, but did Stephen Baker make a move on that corner move? He ran what we call a corner pattern. He's going to start in, then go back out. Watch Hostetler make that throw. I think they're reviewing it, Pat, right now. There's 1 foot, 2. He had both inbounds. Now we look at it from that angle. Still has 2 feet inbounds. But the move to get in that position by Stephen Baker was a heck of a move.
That shouldn't take too long, this review.
After further review, play stands as called. Touchdown.
Barr will try the extra point with 1 minute and 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. This would make it 10-0 Giants. The touchdown maker, Stephen Baker, just put another notch in the gun from Hostetler.
Welcome back. So the Giants lead by 10. As we go back to Giant Stadium in New Jersey, our match commentators are John Madden and Pat Sumwell. We pick up the action on New York's first drive of the second quarter.
Giants operate from their own 43-yard line. Hampton got about 3. Stopped by the other Hampton and Mike Singletary. That would be Dan Hampton. Cold, but not cold for this time of year. And a bright day at Giant Stadium in the Jersey Meadowlands.
I think Mark Bavaro had to block Dan Hampton on that play because after the play they were both talking. There was rumors or talks in the papers in New York this week that Mark Bavaro may retire after this season. And of course, we know that Dan Hampton is going to retire.
2nd and 7. Hostetler back to throw, hitting the ball, knocked loose. Looked like the Bears came up with it, and they did.
Big play by Steve McMichael. McMichael just got a push, and he just exploded right through his blocker, right into and right through Hostetler and knocked the ball out.
And Hampton came up with it.
I'll tell you, watch right there. You're going to see McMichael. He's going to come right there and explode. You see him right through his blocker and right through Hostetler. William Roberts was blocking against McMichael, and he threw the whole batch of them into the quarterback.
1st and 10 Bears at the Giant 38. Those turnovers again. Muster to about the 30. Gain of 3, stopped by Leonard Marshall.
I think one thing that the Bears could probably steal a page from the Giants here and start throwing some passes on 1st down. Don't wait. Don't wait for that 3rd down or that long yardage to be passing. There you can see a shot of the Giant 4-man line. Again, the first time they've used that all year.
2nd down and 7. Tomczak back to throw, chased. Fires, picked off almost by Mark Collins as the Bears' intended receiver slipped down. I think it was Morris. Nope, Wendell Davis.
Yeah, Wendell Davis was down there. He was down there about the 5-yard line. You see him, number 82. He's down in the ground already. But it looked like he tried to slow up or stop to come back for the ball. Mark Collins had control and everything. You see the expression when you know you have one and you just don't get it.
So it brings up 3rd and 7. Tomczak 4 out of 9. Davis right, Morris left. With Kozlowski. And Gentry on the inside of him. Tomczak back to throw it, gets it outside to Neil Anderson, a Bear 1st down. Renee Thompson made the stop.
That is the type of thing that Neil Anderson, you talk about stopping Neil Anderson. It's not only as a runner, but it's also as a pass receiver. You see here, he gets the ball, turns it upfield, and that's a good tackle by Renee Thompson. Nate Thompson, of course, one of the best special teamers in the league. Neil Anderson, one of the best running backs in all of football.
In every facet of the game. 1st and 10 at the 27 for the Bears. Giants lead 10-0. Here's Mustard. Stopped by Eric Howard after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I think this is where the Bears have to start mixing up some. We look at today, they have on 1st down last week, they ran 21, passed 6. Today, they have run 7 times and only passed 1. That's where I think they have to get some of their mixture in.
2nd and 7 at the Giant 24. Giants leading 10-0. Thornton moves over to the right side. Tomczak fake to Anderson. Pass caught by Thornton. At about the 6, a pickup of 18 yards. Myron Guyton was a Giant defender.
Mike Ditka told us last night Thornton had to have a big game. He said because the Giants like to just leave a linebacker on the tight end a lot. Here it's a safety on him, but Thornton still beats him. Good throw by Tomczak. He threw it. If anyone was going to catch it, the only guy that could catch it was Thornton.
1st and goal. The ball's at the 6. Muster and Anderson behind Tomczak. Anderson for a couple. Stopped by Eric Howard again.
I tell you, see Greg Jackson, the safety, up there too. The Giant defense is really ganging up on that 1st down run. And the way to help that, of course, is you got the 4 linemen, you have your 3 linebackers, and then you get your safety up there. But you see all those guys up in there, everyone is up in there to stop the run. You see 47, boom, he's just hitting it right now. They don't look like they're worrying about passing down there.
2nd and goal at the 4. Anderson split wide left this time. Muster to the lone back. Tomczak intended for Muster, who was open, but over his head. The Bears have only gotten 12 yards and 10 rushes.
Yeah, you're right. I think at first he was looking for Neil Anderson, who was split out all the way to the left, like you said. And then Pepper Johnson gets in his face, and he has to come back, and he dumps it off to Muster. But watch Pepper Johnson, 52 there. See, he makes him throw a bad one there. Because had he thrown it shorter or seen Muster, that would have been a touchdown.
Ex-Ohio State teammates, Tomczak and Pepper Johnson. 3rd and goal at the 4. Ditka looked on. Tomczak to Muster. Close, but not quite.
Now this is going to be really interesting for Mike Ditka. Half the Bear players are out on the sideline. What do you do now? You're down 10-0. You're in the playoffs. I think you have to kick the field goal.
I think so too.
I think you have to get on the board. That doesn't mean that that's what he's going to think, though.
4th and goal at the 1, and it really is a little bit closer than that. 4th down, and they're headed for it.
This could be the whole game here, Pat. I think if the Bears don't make it here, it could be a long day for them. If they do, we got a heck of a ball game.
Anderson and Muster behind Tomczak. Coley in motion. They all make it. John Washington was the first man to hit him. Muster the ball carrier, and he just got stuffed. That's one they'll think about for a while.
So the Bears take a chance and come up empty. But on their next drive, they did manage to kick this 33-yarder. So Kevin Butler puts them on the board. We rejoin the game with the Giants in a crucial 4th down situation deep in Chicago's territory. It's late in the 1st half.
A fake to Anderson. Hostetler on the rollout with room. 1st down. Hostetler down to about the 23. Pickup of 10. He Gives you an added dimension, doesn't he?
I tell you, he does, and that's the second time on 4th down that the Giants have gone for it. Both times they put it in Hostetler's hands. This time he has an option, run or pass. He just runs all the way because he knows he has the first down. The other time, or the first time, he ran on a sprint out and he hit Bob Morosco, with a first down.
Giants haven't thrown a pass this quarter. They've been able to move it on the ground. Anderson inside the 20. Stopped, tripped up by Hampton. A gain of 3.
Matt Barr's down there clapping. He's clapping for a touchdown because I saw him try and kick a field goal into this wind, and he was kicking rocks in the pregame.
Everything just dies when it gets down to the goal line. Flag on the play right at the line of scrimmage. Pass was incomplete, intended for Baker.
Offside, defense, number 72, 5-yard penalty, repeat the down, 2nd down.
We'll see a few guys jump. It looks like the 2 guys in the middle, the one they called it on was 72, the Fridge, because once he gets started, it's hard to get that stuff stopped and brought back.
2nd and 3. Megan is the back this time. And the handoff is to Megan. Inside the 5. Gale and Carrier made the stop. Megan got 11 and a Giant first down.
Big play by Dave Megan, happiest guy, the kicker, Matt Barr again. He knows, okay, now we're in here. Maybe I could make it from back there. I hope we don't have to kick it. But after Dave Megan makes this run, I know I can kick it from there. And you see Megan, one thing he is not going to do is fumble.
Hostetler. Touchdown to Howard Cross, but a flag on the play.
Holding.
5 yards out.
Defense.
Holding on the defense. It is a touchdown.
Well, they did exactly what we were talking about. The first 2 times they rolled out to the right. That time Hostetler went to the left.
And the only pass in that entire drive got him a touchdown.
Watch him. He's going to fake the run to the right. Then he's going to come out on a bootleg to his left and find Howard Cross, number 87, in the end zone.
So a happy Giants team, a happy Lawrence Taylor, and a lot of happy fans. Halftime score 17-3, but for me the biggest play of the half was the Chicago Bears' 4th down effort trying to go for the touchdown. What did you think of that?
Well, I agree with you. It definitely was. Goal line stands always characteristically change the complexion of a game. They're going to try and push the ball right straight against the Giants' defense, which is the strength of it. They go right into the middle of the defense. Here's where you count on your running back to really have some eyes, because you can see out here on the edge they've got some good blocks, and if this back would have bounced the ball outside, he probably would have walked in, but he's got to have the speed to get out there, and obviously Mustard didn't feel like he had the speed to get around the corner.
You're 1 yard out. Those big old linemen are a couple of yards away from you. Do you have time to look around and see that?
Well, for me, having done it in the past, I guess I'd had been in his shoes to be able to make that judgment, but I've always felt like, yes, you do have time. I don't know how far he was into the hole when they gave him the ball.
All right, well, I think I might have kicked a field goal, but I'm not Mike Ditka. Now it's time for a commercial. When we come back, you'll have your last chance to win a trip to Super Bowl 25, so don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. If you're hoping to be joining us in Tampa, you'd better have your pen and paper at the ready, as it's time for the final look at our Super Bowl competition. Following the enormous amount of entries, together with our 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, we're now offering a second prize of an autographed football and the Silver Anniversary Super Bowl 25 book. There are also 5 pairs of tickets to Cheerleader Super Bowl Party in London and 12 free memberships to the NFL's official fan club, Friends of NFL. All you have to do is pick your best 5 from the following top 10 touchdowns.
Hill in motion, pitch back. He wants to throw the pass. Anderson can't throw. Hill runs.